Hi there, I hope you're good. This is teacher Danielson with another video about English grammar. In this case, I'm gonna be talking about future real conditional, okay, and its importance our everyday um, in our everyday's conversation. Okay, let's go over this topic. First of all, what is future real conditional? Well, basically, guys, we use it to talk about real possible events. Okay. Now, these situations or these events might be real. That's why I added these quotation marks. Because they might be real if certain conditions or if certain requirements are accomplished. Okay, yes, it is something that might happen in the future if something happens first. Okay, throughout this video, you're gonna see how this is contextualized in certain examples. Okay, of course, future real conditional is used to make assumptions or to imagine what we believe will happen in the future. Again, if something happens before that. Okay, so future real conditional refers to future events, okay, that these or those future events are like conditioned to certain events that must happen before that. Now we are going to see that in a while, okay? Now how to use future real conditional? Okay, let's see. In the case of um, affirmative um, affirmative statements, we use this formula. If beginning, then we have the subject, the verb, complement, plus comma, subject again, will, verb, plus the complement at the end. Now, sometimes we don't have a complement at the end, and that's totally normal. Okay, don't worry. Okay, now let's look at this example. Okay, if I finish my homework, I will go outside. Okay, now, what's the future event? Okay, to go outside. Okay, but if you want to go outside, you must do something. What do you need to do to go outside? Okay, you must finish your homework if you want to go outside. Now, guys, as you can see, when we use future real conditional, we must use if. Okay, this is how the conditional starts. Okay, okay, if I finish my homework, yes, what will happen? Okay, if I finish my homework, I will go outside. Okay. Now, this is the condition. I'm sorry. This is the condition for me to go outside. Okay. As you can see, guys, in this case, to finish my homework is an action that must take place before going outside. Okay. Now let's look. What about negative? What about the negative part? Okay. Basically, we have if, the subject, the negative part, verb, complement, plus comma, plus the subject, plus will, again, and not, verb, and complement. Now, there is a negative part due to a simple reason. Now, we already talked about certain things that must happen if we want future things to happen. Now, there are certain things that if they don't take place, well, certain things in the future or certain actions or events or situations in the future won't happen. Okay, let's see. Now, if you do not finish your homework, you will not go outside. Okay, so if this condition is not met, this future action will not take place. So if you do not finish your homework, you will not go outside. Okay, simple. Again, this is the condition. Okay, if you do not finish your homework, what will happen? Well, you will not go outside. Now, guys, something important. In this statement, we find like two different sentences. These sentences are divided by a comma. Okay. Now, if the sentence of or the first sentence starts with if, at the middle of all the idea, I must add a comma before the rest of the sentence. Okay, in here. Now, you will see almost at the end of the video how this might change. Okay, so don't worry. Another example. Okay, if Samuel does not eat healthy food, he will not be healthy. So what happens if Samuel does not eat healthy food? Well, he will not be healthy. As simple as that. Okay. Now, what about verb to be? Okay, now, as you saw in the previous examples, we're just using like action verbs, common verbs in English. But about verb to be, things are a little bit different. Not at all, but you must um, be careful about certain things regarding verb to be. Okay. What about the affirmative part with verb to be? Again, okay, we have if, the subject, the verb to be. Remember that we have three different conjugations in present of verb to be, which are am, is, are. Then we have the complement, then we have the comma, subject, will, verb, and the complement. Now let's take a look at some examples. It says, if you are a hard-working person, you will get great results. Okay, this is or this is the part where verb to be is. If you are a hard-working person, you will get great results. Okay, so this is your condition to get great results in the future. Okay? Now it says if Marcus is in Punta Arenas, he will see some dolphins in the sea. Okay? Sorry, I forgot the L here. Sorry. Okay, so if Marcus wants to see some dolphins in the sea, well, he must be in Punta Arenas. So, this is the condition that must be accomplished if Marcus wants to see some dolphins in the sea. Okay? The negative part, well, basically, the only difference is that we add not after the conjugation of verb to be. Let's see. Okay, it says if you are not a hard-working person, you will not get great results. So if you are not like this, well, in the future, you will not get great results. Okay? Now, the other way around. If Marcus is not in Punta Arenas, he won't see some dolphins in the sea. So, if this condition is not accomplished, is not met, well, this future action will not take place. Okay? As simple as that. Okay? Now let's take a look at some other examples. Well, if Samantha works out, she will be in great physical condition. If teacher Danielson, that's me, if teacher Danielson teaches us English, we will speak, well, soon. Well, hopefully. Hope so. Now, if I am late to school, I will be punished. And if he does not do his homework, he will not get good grades in English. So guys, as you can see in all these four examples, the conditions are placed at the beginning and the future actions are placed after the comma. What about yes, no questions? Well, the formula is will, subject, verb, complement, if is in the middle, subject, verb, and complement. Now let's see this in context. Will people travel to San Jose if they have enough money? Maybe. Or will Santiago go to school if he wakes up? So in this case, guys, as you can see, these questions are placed or are stated a little bit different. So, will these future actions take place if these conditions are met? Basically. Okay, what about double H questions? Okay, we have double H at the beginning, will, subject, verb, complement, if, subject, verb, and complement. Okay, let's see it. Examples. What will Bruce do if he wins the lottery? Hmm? What will you do if you go to New York? The same case, guys. Future actions at the beginning and conditions are placed almost at the end of the questions. Now, in here is where we have almost like the most important part of the video. What if we try the other way around? What if we change the order of the idea? Okay, or what if we change the order of the statements of first or future real conditional? Okay, what if we change the order but we keep the same idea? Well, let's see. It says, if I finish my homework, I will go outside. Let's see how this changes. I will go outside if I finish my homework. As you can see, guys, at the beginning, we have the condition and the future action at the end. Okay, divided by a comma. Now, if we take a look at this example, I will go outside if I finish my homework. The future action is placed at the beginning and the condition is placed at the end. And now, guys, in here we have a difference. If I use will at the beginning, I don't need a comma. Now, if I use if at the beginning, I use a comma in the middle of the sentence. Now, if we analyze the rest of examples, the same phenomena takes place. If you do not finish your homework, you will not go outside. The other way around, you will not go outside if you do not finish your homework. The sentences are in a different order, but the idea is the same. If I am late to school, I will be punished. Or I will be punished if I am late to school. Different sentences at certain point, but the idea or the final ideas remain. Okay? The only difference, as you can see, guys, is that if sentences start with if, we need a comma in the middle. But if they start with will, it is not necessary to use a comma. Okay? Well, guys, this was my video about future real conditional. I hope it was useful for you. Well, in case you have any comment, any suggestion, please leave your comment below. Take care. Bye bye.